Thank you and welcome to my channel, Simply Your World, where we discuss past and present events that will affect you if they haven't already. Shout out to Miss T, the original content creator of this video. A lot of ladies ain't ready to hear this at all. A lot of people, a lot of men ain't ready to hear this. You know, paying $18,000 for wallets and $60,000 for bags. Ridiculous, outlandish. Before, without further ado, we're definitely going to get into it. But I'm definitely going to react to this and I'll be back with my commentary. But women, ladies, men, if the allegations are true, everybody got some explaining to do. Seriously. But if you haven't seen it already, check this out.
Our artisan do 4 years of training to be able to manufacture a Kelly bag. This that you've just seen, the perlage, you need to be very skilled and very, very good.
Some of Emma's products are made in China. Towels are from Fuyue in Shandong. They also make products for Chanel and IKEA. Beddings are from Yuyue in Shandong. Men's shoes are from Shachi in Shandong. Tableware are from Gaochun in Jiangsu.
It was my first time shopping at Hermes, and let me tell you how it went.
We got a lot of requests, do Hermes next. And that's why we're here in the Highland Park Mall.
Made in Italy, made in China, or maybe made in Chile. Oh yeah, that should be a thing, by the way, because some brands get real creative when it comes to made in Italy.
Y'all, Hermes is officially in panic mode. The luxury giant is now suing the very same Chinese manufacturers who just exposed their billion-dollar secret, and it's sending shockwaves through the entire fashion world. These factories aren't just making knockoffs, they were the ones actually building the bags. The same Birkins and Kelly's Hermes selling for $20,000, and now they're telling the world what really goes down behind these made in France labels. Let's just say it's not what you think. From shady production tricks to insider receipts and viral TikToks, this scandal is blowing the lid off the luxury illusion, and Hermes is scrambling to stop the bleeding. But the truth, it's out now and the damage already done. So let's get into it, y'all. Now let's get started with the lie that started it all. For years, Hermes has pushed the image of handcrafted bags by French artisans and Parisian workshops. You picture someone in a white coat stitching leather by candlelight with some smooth jazz playing in the background, right? Wrong.
She put the finishing touches on a Kelly, the most difficult bag to build.
Before this goes too far, I want to say that none of this should be a surprise. They showed us videos on how to sell to black people. How to sell to negros is the way they put it. They didn't show us that the Payless shoes are sold as Hermes, or top dollar shoes. Why do you think Payless went out of business shortly after that? And things like Balenciaga just blew up. They pretty much bought Payless. You know what I mean? What it seems like. And just slapped the name on it and sold the shoe for way more. And then they made a profit off everybody that's gullible and think that money is everything, and the thing, and your materialism is everything, and it's showing you that it's really not. You've been buying the same bags coming from the same manufacturer as the fucking knockoffs. Leave in the comment, let me know how you feel. You really should feel silly, honestly, but let's keep going.
It starts with 30 distinct cuts of leather and can take 20 hours to complete, 4 hours for just the handle. There are no manuals or cheat sheets. Artisans rely on their training and muscle memory to make every bag.
According to insiders and receipts from Tanner Leatherstein, up to 80% of these so-called French luxury bags are made in China. Not just assembled, manufactured. We're talking the leather work, the stitching, the threading, the cutting, all done overseas. Then Hermes takes the product, adds a button or stamp in France, and suddenly it's made in France. That's the trick. So when Chinese factories started telling the truth and showing receipts, Hermes lost it. So
real quick, let's talk about Jordans, the finest coats, the finest jackets, the finest shoes, the finest leather. You're just a label whore. If you fall into this mode of thinking that all the things you buy makes you, all because it has Hermes on it, or Prada, or Chanel, or Nike, or just whatever, and you think those things make you some type of, or gives you some type of status or value, you're only a label whore. And this video pretty much proves it. Everybody that indulged in this fashion trend of bags and, you know, gotta have all this money, gotta cost this for it to mean anything, you know, you have been, you know, you're pretty much paying for pussy. You basically, because you're a label, or by selling pussy, basically, because you're a label whore. You might as well call it. You know, you selling yourself for that brand. You might, I mean, am I tripping? Women sell themselves to men. You got men who sell themselves to men. You got people who sell themselves to products. You got your women who sell themselves to women, and back and forth, back and forth. So if you sell yourself to a product, are you not a label whore? I mean, I don't think I'm too far off when I say that. If I am, just let me know. Anyway, let's keep going.
So, MS has put out a response to China, and they have like a video in a factory sort of showing people trying to show that they're actually the ones who are making the bags in a factory somewhere in France.
Enter Tanner Leatherstein, the whistleblower of luxury. He's not some random dude on TikTok. He's a leather expert with a cult following, known for buying designer bags and literally cutting them open on camera to show what's inside. He was the first to expose Chanel for ditching real gold hardware and using cheap plastic-coated leather.
Wow.
He went after Louis Vuitton, Bottega Veneta, and of course Hermes. And Tanner showed that the leather quality in these bags is no better than what you find in a $100 dupe. He also exposed that the cost to actually make a Birkin bag is around $600, not $14,000, not $38,000, $600. And that includes good leather and metal hardware.
I have spent over $100,000 of my own money dissecting luxury bags, cutting them open, analyzing every stitch, every layer. Why? Because I had to know what made those bags so expensive.
So now imagine Hermes watching this all unfold, seeing videos go viral and realizing that the truth is out and the gig is up. Because Chinese manufacturers weren't just making dupes, they were making the real thing for Hermes and then blowing a whistle. They revealed 80% of the work is done in China. Only
Hold on real quick. This is a regular heat press. You know, you can get from, you know, you look at that. That's a regular heat press you can buy from anywhere. They got them same heat presses on Temu. You can be making your own bag. All you gotta do is have a know-how. But like the what's that commercial say? It would say you can have a problem, but it's $10. It's $10 for the screw, but the $10,000 to know where the screw goes. You know, they pretty much just playing you out, man. Just because you simply don't know. The Bible speaks of it. You know, of just not knowing. You know, you're going to just from lack of knowledge. You know, my people will perish simply from lack of knowledge. You know, my people don't consider. You know what I mean? Nobody, obviously, or everybody that's indulging in this shit just don't consider. You know, and then you go buy this same bag from the China man on the corner, everybody laughing at you. When really you the one that should be being laughed at. Because that bag came out the same fucking warehouse. 9 times out of 10. Or a warehouse, something like it.
Hermes and then blowing a whistle. They revealed 80% of the work is done in China. Only final details are added in France. And Hermes profits off the image of French luxury while hiding the real labor.
They take almost finished bags from China factories back to their own factories and just do the repackaging and logo installing, something like that. They take almost finished bags from China factories back to their own factories and just do the repackaging and logo installing, something like that.
Defamation, basically saying how dare you tell people our bags don't actually come from France. But here's the kicker. These same Chinese manufacturers were under contract by luxury brands. They were legally producing bags. But
do you know what? And that image right there is killing black women. Image of the black woman with the accessories is killing our fucking culture, man. They turn around, like they're gonna say in the video, they turn around, give these fucking celebrities these free ass, cheap ass bags, say it costs $60,000 and $70,000, $80,000, And motherfuckers run out and spend their hard-earned money, scamming and everything else, just trying to achieve this status symbol, this goal, or this whatever you want to call it in society. When really you're no worse than anybody else that's just trying to make it. You know, you just got a little bit more money to spend. Shit's crazy. So many other things can be developed in our neighborhoods, you know, in our schools, you know, all around the community, you know, all around the world, really. You know, things could be better with the money spent. And Umar Johnson speaks about it. Dr. Claude Anderson speaks about it. And a whole bunch of other people speak about how much money gets sent out of our community into other communities. And then they make the money rotate 7-8 times before another piece decides to come out. And guess what? It don't come this way. It don't come this way at all.
Contract by luxury brands. They were legally producing bags, but now that they've spoken out, Hermes is acting like they don't know them, like they just woke up and realized these factories existed. But let's do the math. Hermes made $15.2 billion in revenue in 2024. That means millions of bags were sold, and if it takes 2 days to make a single Birkin, where is this mystery team of French workers making them all by hand? The numbers are not adding up. It's giving fraudulent, and Hermes isn't alone. Other brands like Prada, Chanel, and Louis Vuitton are doing the same thing. They'll make 98% of the product in China, then have a zipper or button made in Italy, just so they can legally slap a made in Italy tag on the item. It's a marketing game, a con, and consumers have been falling for it because of the prestige attached to European labels.
Who is the Chinese supplier behind product? Bags are from Siton Handbag in Dongguan City, Guangdong Province. It's a factory specializing in handbags for 54 years. And it produces 80% of the world luxury bags.
And as more and more people learn the truth, resale prices are starting to dip. People are realizing that they paid $25,000 for a bag made in the same factory as a $400 dupe.
And you can't really sue nobody or nothing like that. It's just a marketing scheme. I mean, I can sell you this bag as long as there ain't no regulations on it. I can sell you this bag or, you know, this pencil or whatever for whatever I want to sell it to you for. Whatever I can make you believe that pencil is worth, you know, if you're going to pay it, I'll take it. All you can do is be mad at yourself. People should be so fucking just beside themselves when they hear this information. But this is not something that's new. We've been knowing this. We've been knowing this for a long time. You know, a lot of men been saying that. A lot of women as well. But a lot of men been saying this as well. Like, I'm not spending my money on that. Baby girl, we can do this. We can go do that. But I'm not buying that for you. Whatever the case is, may, you know, splurge one time just because it's a birthday, anniversary, or just whatever. But most people, you know, are hard-working people for their money. Not scamming, you know. Not doing nothing illegal. Just really, really trying their best to make it. And probably got making a little bit of good, probably making good money, ain't going to buy this shit like that. They know that money can go on something completely different than a $60,000 bag that's really only worth $60 or $600, $6,000 at the most. Let's say $6,000 at the most, but I won't even say that. You know, I won't even never go that high for a bag, but it may be shit. Now I guess everybody that paid that $60,000 would love to pay that $6,000. You know, they probably have 10 bags, right? But anyway.
Now, Tanner's exposed these bags that claim to be full of calfskin but turn out to be cheap PU-coated leather. It's making collectors nervous and buyers mad because if Hermes isn't really about quality or craftsmanship, then what exactly did they pay for? The brand illusion, y'all. The big lie Western luxury brands have sold us is that China equals low quality, but that's outdated. Chinese factories today produce world-class leather goods. They have materials, the skills, and the machines. In fact, many luxury brands manufacture their products in the same factories as mid-range brands and knockoffs. They just put different tags on the end product, that's all. So when someone tells you a bag is made in China, it doesn't mean it's trash, it just might be better than whatever was made in France. But there are countless stories of people getting factory extras without logos that are literally exact products as the $1,000 bags.
I mean, ladies, gentlemen, how do you feel about this? Leave a comment below and let me know how you feel about this, if this reaches you. Shout out to Miss T again. This definitely needed to be said. A lot of other content creators are definitely making videos about this. But the Shannon Sharp thing, you know, with Trump and his the things he got going on with Doge and everything is pretty much dominating the headlines. But these are the symptoms of what we're seeing from Trump and the tariff war. Now the Chinese ain't nothing to hide. Who are they protecting now? You know, of course they'll protect Hermes at first when they was making all that money. I'm not gonna say nothing. You're not gonna say nothing. Okay, pay me. Now China not making no money. They're trying their best to get people to I guess make those orders for way cheaper. We make those bags, y'all. We can put that same logo on there, or we can put this logo on there. It's gonna be the same bag. Buy it from us because they trying to make some money too. So this has a duality going on. You know, it's a lot going on in this. Lots to unpack with these stories. Definitely. There's no reason to make this video any longer. There's no reason to continue all the way on this almost 15-minute video. We definitely get the gist of it. I appreciate you, Miss T. Definitely. There's no reason anyone should feel sad, mad, no more for not being able to provide certain things for their family outside of the core intrinsic values that you need. You know, and there's some things you just may want to splurge on. Cool. But this right here to let you know that you should not feel bad about the situation at hand. Other than that, you have a good night.